Welcome to Faith in Focus from the Book of Mysteries by Jonathan Cahn, the Priest King. In the chamber of garments were 2 wooden boxes. The teacher placed them each on the wooden table, then carefully removed their contents. This, he said, was the crown of the king, the descendant of David. And this, he said, as he placed the second object on the table, something of a mix between a crown and a turban, was the crown of the high priest, the descendant of Aaron. These are the 2 crowns representing the 2 offices and the 2 houses of Israel. No man could wear them both. The king could never minister as priest, and the high priest could never reign as king. The temple and the palace were separated by an unbridgeable chasm. Why was the separation so important, I asked. The true king of Israel was not man, but God. So the king represented the kingship of God. On the other hand, the high priest represented the people in their sins and fallenness. It was the priest's ministry to reconcile a sinful people to God, to their king and judge. So then the king of Israel, God was the judge, and the high priest was something of a defense attorney before the judge. So the 2 offices had to be kept separate. Exactly, said the teacher, and yet there came a word to the prophet Zechariah that one day the 2 offices would become one. Messiah would be both king and high priest. Yeshua, Jesus the Messiah, was born of the royal line of David, the line of kings, and yet his ministry was to offer up the sacrifice of atonement, the act not of the king, but the priest. Only the high priest could offer up the sacrifice of Messiah. The only other one who could do it is Messiah, as the priest king. Is it crucial, I asked, that he was both priest and king? It is. Think about it. What would happen if the judge deciding your case could become your defense attorney and still remain the judge? Your case is over. So if the king of the universe, the judge of all existence, God, the Almighty, becomes your priest, your defense attorney, then your case is over, your guilt is over, your judgment is gone, and there's no more condemnation. So if the judge of all becomes your defense, then all judgment is gone. Yes, and he has, and it is, all judgment is gone. In Messiah, the Almighty has become your defense attorney. That means you're free in the miracle of the priest king. The mission, the judge of all, has become your defense attorney. Therefore start living today a judgment and condemnation-free life. Psalm 110:4. The Lord has sworn and will not change his mind. You are a priest forever in the order of Melchizedek. Zechariah 6:12-13. And speak unto him, saying, Thus speaketh Jehovah of hosts, saying, Behold, the man whose name is the branch, and he shall grow up out of his place, and he shall build the temple of Jehovah, even he shall build the temple of Jehovah, and he shall bear the glory, and shall sit and rule upon his throne, and he shall be a priest upon his throne, and the counsel of peace shall be between them both. Romans 8:31-34. What then shall we say to these things? If God is for us, who is against us? He that spared not his own Son, but delivered him up for us all, how shall he not also with him freely give us all things? Who shall lay anything to the charge of God's elect? It is God that justifieth. Who is he that condemneth? It is Christ Jesus that died, yea rather, that was raised from the dead, who is at the right hand of God, who also maketh intercession for us. The Priest King. Thank you for joining me on Faith in Focus. Remember, these insights are inspired by Jonathan Cahn's The Book of Mysteries. Until next time, may you find strength in the revelation of his love.